Hello again. I'm JD. Today's video is on a Rolex perpetual watch, and I got this from a friend, and they were curious whether this was a real Rolex or not. So I looked at it quickly and I said, you know what? I think this could be a knockoff Rolex, and the reason why, a few things. First of all, this bracelet is a type bracelet you'd get for 10 bucks from China maybe. It doesn't have this screw-in pins here. It's all punch-out pins. And then when you flip it around, here you see that these little claws on the other side. Rolex bracelets are hard on the back. They don't have these little claws here. This is a cheap watch stuff that typically happens. And the other thing is the bracelet, although it has a Rolex symbol here, it looks like it was just punched in. A few other things, when I looked at it just very quickly, and I looked at the lettering in here, and if I look really close, it says Rolex Oyster Perpetual Superlative Chronometer, officially certified chronograph. And I'm looking at the lettering, and it looks like someone just stamped this in, so the letters are not crisp at all. They look like they're kind of crappy. So that's another indicator. The bezel doesn't seem to move at all, which is another indicator, because the bezel would probably move on this. And it's got a screw down crown, which seems to work. And when I move the pull it out here and I move the hour hands, the second hand moves a bit as well. So I doubt Rolex, quality of Rolex would allow that to happen, because there's basically a cannon pinion on the top here that controls the movement of the minute hand and the hour hand, and then the second hand is a pipe coming right through with a pinion on the end. So that little movement here of the second hand is another indicator, so that's kind of crappy. The buttons didn't seem to do anything. They press in, but they didn't seem to do anything. Then I looked I said, okay, let's see if I can open this thing up. And I looked in the back, I said, okay, the knurls are here, were your typical Rolex. They got some symbology and writing here, officially Swiss and everything else. And I said, okay, maybe. I took a Rolex, this is a Rolex opener here, with the dies that you need to open a Rolex. This isn't a high quality Rolex opener, but still it works. And I looked at it and I was saying, okay, let's try this out. And I got no movement on it at all. I said, okay, what's going on here? I said, well, look really closely at the back here, and it's not a screw-in back. So this is the first time a screw-down back. First time I've done this. There's a little tab right here. I'm saying, oh my God, this is like it's like, wait, what? This is a snap-on back. It's a wait, what moment. So this is the first time I've opened it. I'm really interested in seeing what kind of movement they have in here. So if I open this up and it's a crappy quartz Chinese movement that's worth like $5, then it ain't a Rolex. There we go. So I've snapped the back open. So just because who knows, this might be the world's lowest price Rolex. I'm going to be very careful and open. There's a big reveal here. So let's look at this thing, and oh my God, this is like a $5 quartz movement with a battery in it. It's got to be a Rolex. Got to be. Anyway, what a piece of crap. So yeah, made in China. Look at that in the back. It actually says made in China right on the case on the inside, where this part here says officially Swiss. There, this says Swiss made, Genevieve, Swiss made, with a serial number and everything. Someone bought a stamp and stamped the crap out of it. And I love this fake knurling here, this fake stuff here, because this would fit over the die, and you turn it, right? So this is trying to make it look like a Rolex again, and this is absolutely a piece of crap watch, probably worth maybe 20 bucks. So the first indicator was the strap was shitty. The second indicator was the writing. All the writing on the watch on the inside was shitty. The third indicator is the stamps do not look crisp, even though the strap is crappy. The other thing is the straps do not have the screw down pins, as well as they have these little claws here, which are typical of a very low grade watch. And then you open it up and you realize, hey, guess what? These buttons don't do anything. Look at that. There's nothing going from this button to this, or this button to the movement at all. And if you look at the movement itself, these chronograph sub dials here do absolutely zero. That's probably why they're all facing straight up, because they don't do anything. And so this, if I put a battery in, sure, this thing will tick more than likely, a new battery, but it's not a Rolex. It's a piece of crap. Let me see if I can take this. I'm not sure how I take this out. Usually you just press on something here and you take out the I won't bother doing it now, but I could pull this out and pull it out again. So anyway, so this is a quick video here on how to identify a Rolex. So this Rolex is like a really bad fake. So as far as fake Rolexes go, or not even a good fake, as my wife, the videographer, just said. I've got another one upstairs that I got from a guy. He's a pilot, and it is actually not a bad. It's a fully automatic and stuff, but it's got a cheap Chinese movement in it. This one doesn't even have a decent movement that allows you to work the chronograph or do anything. So I think the value of this watch here is maybe $10. Probably more valuable as probably a lure for fishing. If you use this on the end of a fishing line and you threw that in, there might be some fish that snapped at it. But it's not even probably worth the price of the battery that you're going to put in. So that's my quick review on how to identify a fake Rolex. So don't get sucked in by buying one of these for $300 and then finding out you just bought a piece of crap. That's it for now. Thanks a lot.